Hey guys, today I'm doing my video where I talk about my experience at the RT Book Lovers Convention Teen Day, as well as all the stuff that I got that day, bags, swag, books, everything. I don't have a ton to say about my experience. It was one of the best days of my whole life. I had so much fun, I can't even put into words. Like, it was just so amazing, and I wish I could go next year, but it's like in Vegas and I don't have enough money to go to Vegas to do that. Plus I don't really want to go to Vegas. So I did vlog my day at RT. So if you haven't seen that video, click the screen right here and there will be a link. If you click it, it'll open a new tab and you can watch my vlog. Thank you guys so much for asking me to vlog it because I wasn't going to originally, and now I'm so happy that I did because now I can just look back on that video and have all these memories. So I would recommend watching that video first. I don't know, just so you can really see what I did that day and then you can hear me talk about it. They've been doing this for like 10 years, so they're probably not gonna have many problems. The one problem that I did have was the Fierce Reads pizza party. So basically, you go and line up, and the first 50 people who walk in the door to the pizza party get a Fierce Reads tote bag that has 4 free books in it and a poster and some stuff. So that was really awesome. I did end up getting one of those, and you could like trade books with the other people in the room. But here's my problem. There were like at least 200 people in line, and this room was tiny. This was not a ballroom. It was so small. It was like the size of my living room, and the pizza honestly wasn't very good. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about the pizza. I wasn't really hungry anyway. I was like too excited. The pizza was pretty bad, but nobody could sit in there because there were a ton of round tables with like maybe 6 or 7 or 8 seats at each table. People would sit down and they just stay there, and there were all these people waiting outside, and some people were sitting on the floor, and my dad and I were like, we couldn't find anywhere to sit, so we were like gonna sit on the floor, but there wasn't even a spot you were allowed to sit on the floor. So it was completely packed, and there were still 100 people in line, and it was just ridiculous. Like, they really should have had a big ballroom to do this in, because they should have known how many people signed up for Teen Day and how many people were gonna come to this pizza party, and it was just crazy. Okay, so that's really my only complaint of the entire day. Oh, what was really awesome was I went out to the giant book fair, which was so much fun. Can I just say, like, oh my goodness. I left the giant room with the signings about an hour before it actually ended. So we were just sort of sitting there. I was looking at my books, eating a snack, and I look over at the tables where people register to get in and get their little bracelet and everything, and I was like, is that Morgan Matson? Is it her? And I talked to my dad and I was like, I want to go over there, but what if it's not her? And I like had my book out and a Sharpie, and I was like, oh, I don't want to ask her, then have it not be her, and that's really awkward. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. It looks like her, so I'm gonna go. And I went and walked up to her, and it was just like just her, and so she signed my book, and we talked for like 10 minutes. It felt like 10 minutes, maybe it was like more like 5 minutes. We got a picture. It was so awesome. Morgan Matson is an awesome person. Read her books if you haven't. The only one I've read is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, but I loved it. So that was awesome because I had like a little private signing slash meeting with Morgan Matson. It was so cool. I felt so like exclusive. Okay, so going back to the book signing, I really liked how it was handled. I was expecting to be in line for so long, but like with Marie Lou, I went there first, and it was like 5 minutes to get to the front of the table and get my book signed. It was so cool. The only really long lines I had to wait in were for Kiera Cass and Lauren Oliver, but I really liked that they were like handing out bracelets, and they would just call off your number, so while you're waiting you can go off and get other books signed and do other stuff. I'm not going to show you the books that I brought to get signed, like the signatures, but oh my gosh, you guys. I went up to Kiera Cass and it hit me like at the last minute. Oh my goodness, I should have her sign something about Maxon. Like, this is my chance. I asked her to write Maxon Says Hello, and she did, and I freaked out, and I'm still freaking out. It says, Sarah, Maxon Says Hello, Kiera Cass. I can't get over it. It's so beautiful. So I went to one of the panels. I actually didn't end up going to the second panel. So the first one that I went to was the Family Feud one, and I had so much fun in it. I actually met one of my amazing friends, Avery, at it, and we sat at the table together and we talked, and it was so much fun, and I'm just so happy I got to meet her. I hung out with her and another girl named Alice, who was also at our table. We hung out in line for the Teen Day party for like 2 hours, and it was so much fun just talking to them the whole time, because I really haven't ever talked like fangirled with other people in real life, and it was like a dream come true. I can't even, yeah. And then after that, we actually decided to skip the second panel. We went and stood in line for the teen day party because we knew it was going to be a really long line. So me and Avery and Alice all went and sat in line. It really paid off because we were like a few people from the front and the line got so crazy long. We were like, yes! So when you go into the teen day party, you sit at a table and there was like this trivia from like the most you get right down. We got like 11 out of 13 or something. So once they got to the people who got 11 questions right, you go through the swag room and pick 2 free books. Some were ARCs and you get some swag, and they give you your teen day tote bag that has like 7 books in it and a ton of swag. It was so awesome. And then after that you got to eat and just hang out with the authors. Yeah, that's pretty much my entire experience. So now I'm going to be getting into all of the books that I got. I ended up getting 24 free books, which is crazy, and I bought 4 books to get signed, and I got some bags and some swag. I'm not going to show you all the swag individually because that would take forever. So I'm actually going to change up my battery right now because it's about to die, but then I will show you all that stuff. It's going to be fun. Okay, let's go. Alright, so first I will show you all the books that I purchased during the signing to get signed by all the authors. I'm not going to say a ton about these because there are 28 books to get through and bags and swag, so we're just gonna like say the title. The first one was Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I also got Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I can't wait to read this because I listened to like the first half of it on audiobook and then it had to return to like the audiobook library. So I'm so excited to finally finish this book because I really loved listening to it on audiobook. Also, if you want to see my pictures with most of these authors, they are at the end of my teen day vlog. So again, go on my channel or something, click on the video, the pictures are all at the end of the video. The Huntress of Thornbeck Forest by Melanie Dickerson, and the last book that I actually bought was Landry Park by Bethany Hagen. I'm so excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it ever since it was released like over a year ago, and I finally have it and I'm so excited. I'm even more excited for a reason I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, so getting into the books that I got for free, this is the one I'm like almost most excited for. It is Jubilee Manor by Bethany Hagen. This is an ARC. It's the sequel to Landry Park. It doesn't come out until August and I'm dying because I waited so long to read this one and now I have both. And this is a duology, so it should be satisfying, and I can't wait to just marathon these books. I also got Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page, Reboot by Amy Tintera, Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver, A Book of Spirits and Thieves by Morgan Rose, which I'm really excited for because this author wrote Falling Kingdoms, and I've heard such good things about that fantasy series and I've wanted to read it for a while. And so I'm so happy to have her new book. It comes out next month in June. Until We Meet Again by Renee Collins, and this book comes out in November and it sounds so good. I'm dying to read it. Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Edaye. I cannot say her name. I can't. This came out or comes out this month. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but it comes out in May. And May is almost over, so I'm gonna assume it's out. The White Rose by Amy Ewing, and this comes out in October. This is the sequel to The Jewel, which I have not read, but I've heard really good things about, and I want to read it, and then I'm so happy to have the sequel. These covers are so gorgeous. Like, can we just take a moment for the covers of the Jewel books? I got 2 more of Melanie Dickerson's books, which are The Captive Maiden and The Princess Spy, Of Poseidon by Anna Banks, Cruel by Jennifer Albin, Don't Fail Me Now by Una Lamarck, which comes out in September of this year, and it also sounds perfect for me because it's a road trip book. Yes. Control by Lydia Kang, Killer Instinct by S.E. Green, The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot, Tiny Pretty Things by authors whom I cannot say their names, Sona, this is so sad, Cherepotra, and Danielle Clayton. Did it. And somehow I ended up with 2 copies of A School for Brides by Patrice, is it Kindle or Kind? Somehow I ended up with 2 copies of this. This is an ARC, it comes out in July. I don't know how, but when I got home I realized I had 2. I promise it was an accident. This is a book that an author just handed me for free at a table during the signing. She was like, you want a free book? It's The Shadow Prince, a Mortal Enchantment novella by Stacey O'Neill. And these last 2 are books that I got that I'm not sure if I'm gonna be reading. They don't really sound like books that I'd like, but one is Cut Me Free by J.R. Johansson. This is like a book about stalkers, and that was like not exactly for me. I mean, just like creepy stalker, no thanks. I'm not sure if I'll actually end up reading this. This one I probably most definitely will not be reading. It's Reborn by C.C. Hunter. It's a Shadow Falls After Dark book. I think it's like part of a series. I think it's about vampires, so I probably won't be reading it. I'm not a big vampire person. Okay, now I'm going to get into all of the bags and totes and things that I got that day. I got 2 of these totes. I got 2 of them because after all the teens went, they let the adults go, and so me and all my friends were like sending our parents, and so we each got 2 bags.
This is a bag that I got at checkout. I don't know, it says Oogie Gourmet Popcorn, Denver, Colorado. Yeah.
Okay, this is like what I'm most excited for other than the Teen Day bags, which are beautiful. I got book shimmy bags! Woo! I got 2 of these because they were on the chairs at the tables in the Teen Day party. So my dad got one and I got one, so technically I got 2 because he doesn't care. I got this one, it says book shimmy, and then on the back it says epicreads.com. It's awesome. I actually got this one signed by authors during the Teen Day party. Then I got this rolling tote bag. They were handing these out after you got out of line for the like signing. So as you go into the signing, you get these. Giant Book Fair Dallas Sylvia Day. But again, my dad and I both got one. So yeah, I have another one. And the final tote that I got was this Fierce Reads tote. When you go into the Fierce Reads pizza party, they were giving out these with 4 books in them. This has all of my swag in it. Pamphlets and bookmarks and posters and all the things. Also, at the Teen Day party, all of the authors were wearing bandanas, so you could like tell who was an author, and I found an extra bandana left over laying on a table after the party ended, and I grabbed it. So now I can wear this bandana and be like, an author has worn this. There. I'm totally gonna wear this for the rest of the video. So those are all of the tote bags I got. I'm really not gonna show you any of the swag because there's just so much. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing all of the books and hearing my experience. I want to say again, thank you so much to everybody who came up and said hi to me. It was so awesome and like such a weird feeling. Like that's never happened before. I know that they're not gonna see this, but thank you to the people who made RT Book Lovers Convention this year happen, and for it being in Dallas, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be able to go. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have an awesome day. I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!